Janice Lalla. What's happening, Janice? Can you hear me now? Is it too loud?
Hello.
Okay, we do have sound on we do have sound on YouTube. I just checked it, so we've got the
That
mad
is really annoying
clappers.
to me right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's really
Here we go.
bad.
I put on the sunglasses. These are my Ray-Bans that I like to wear when I'm out in the sun.
I'm
But
getting a
you
delay
know, a
with you
little.
now.
What's that?
I'm getting a delay with you now.
Oh, you're getting a delay with me now because you've got two headphones in and you have two
Yeah, but
different.
no, only one because this isn't even on. This is only to my
Something's
phone,
going
just in
on.
case.
Well, can you
No, I just got
manage?
one headphone on for you.
I can slightly hear a little something in the background that I think must be you somehow. Um, but what mic are you using? That's my question. This happens all the time, you guys.
Whatever we always use when I'm on these,
Okay.
it's what I use.
Okay. Well, maybe there's some
Just
because you have
this
two headsets
headphones.
on. You have two
I have
headphones
one
on at
headset
once.
on that's on.
Okay. But I see two. I see a white one and I see that one that you're holding.
Wait.
All
Okay,
right,
now
we'll get
try
it
it.
together, everybody. Hang on.
Okay,
How's that? Is that better?
I shut off
There you
the
go.
YouTube section.
That probably fixed it.
The two
All right,
tabs.
there we go. Johnny Bean knows.
Yay!
Johnny Bean knows the microphone is pointed in the wrong direction. That's right.
This
That's
one
right,
over here
Johnny
is not even
Bean.
on. It's
Yeah.
off.
It's not even. We'll push it out of the way. It's obstructing our view of you. Or we can't see the pots and pans. There we go. Much better. All right, now we're okay. You guys ready for a real show now? Let's go.
Is that
All right,
better?
so we're bringing in a little of the silliness from our Thursday show, which we didn't have this this week. Man, I'm all verklempt now. When things don't go right, you kind of start to freak out a little bit. Not too much, but I usually keep it together. But yeah, Johnny Bean knows all about technical difficulties. That's for sure, right, Johnny Bean? I know you do. Great show, by the way. If you guys want to check out Steve Rosen, the author of the Tone Chaser book about Van Halen and his experience with Van Halen. Tuesday, he had Steve Rosen on, Steven, as we call him in person. I don't know. He says, call me whatever, Steve, whatever. Anyway. And Johnny Bean is there with a wrench. So if you see the blue wrench Johnny Bean there, that's the real Johnny Bean, unlike the fake ones that are constantly being created by previous co-hosts of Johnny's show that just can't seem to let go of wanting Johnny in their show, though they built their show on hate. And they're rebuilding it with Johnny back in fake form. It's so odd. The whole thing is so weird. That's just what I hear. I wouldn't know. I don't watch
Like a
that show.
hologram?
I don't watch any. I don't know what they're doing, but Johnny's always getting messaged by people saying, "Hey, I heard you're going to be on the da 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 show," and he's like, "No, I'm not." And he's like, "Oh, they're saying that you are." I'm like, "Yeah, probably." The Johnny Beaners, as I call them, or the wanna Beaners, as Johnny calls them. The fake ones can burn in. Johnny, take it easy, man. Whoa. All right, take it easy there, bro. This is a therapy show. Okay, we try to mend wounds, not to scrape them up and light them on fire. But yeah, right, G Butchnoff? Exactly. Yeah, I know. Well, all right, we won't talk. We don't need to talk about that stuff here. But they are, people are people. Humans are humans. That's the thing, is that part of the show today, the topic today, I thought would be an interesting one to cross over a bit here, because we just had our 4th of July celebrations. It's a long weekend for many. I worked, actually, wasn't planning to work Friday or Saturday. I ended up getting called in, and when they pay you like that, I mean, I basically paid for the Kiesel with 2 days of work there, no problem. So that was easy peasy to say yes to that. But now I'm way behind on everything, Janice, as you know, right, Janice? I'm behind on everything, right? I don't have any packages. You haven't received any packages yet, right?
I have not, yes.
My PC wants to restart to finish something, but I don't want it to. It says restarting is required. Let me go to those settings and say, no, not now. Why does my PC want to do things that I don't want it to do at the most inopportune moments, right? Anyway, I got to do some. See, these are the things that I don't get around to when I'm working too much. And I hate working too much, but I also love the money. So what can you do, right? Where's that thing? Got to have that, right? So yeah, Johnny Bean TV is the show. That's right, Scott Nickerson. You know what I'm talking about. You've perused. You're new to the community, as we say, and you've perused some of these other groups and channels and whatnot. And I think you have a pretty strong, I guess idea of what's
Read
going
of
on
it.
out there. Maybe by now you kind of know what's going on. Rock Daddy, he knows what's going on, y'all. Right on, bro. He got the hookup with our friend Anonymous out there. And I think things are going well, right? With that, I hope all is good. Yeah, hey, everybody. Dan Gorman is here. He is indeed. Let's say hi to everyone else in the chat. Zach, the Zach Attack is back. Nope, I didn't watch the Tuesday show. Was too busy doing other things. Yeah, dude. I don't think he remembers me that much because Johnny has him on the show and he knows Johnny really well. But when we were at NAM, I was telling Stephen Rosen, dude, you need to do an audiobook. You need to do your voice telling your story. And he made it happen. So,
Really?
oh yeah, I was telling him when him and his brother were there that 2 NAMs ago, and I was like, dude, you really should do an audiobook. It's all about the audiobooks nowadays. I
That's fantastic.
yeah, I can't always like be the guy that can be watching stuff. I'm usually the guy who's listening to it and lurking. Even though I don't really lurk because I say hi to people. Lurking is when you don't say hi to anyone in the chat, right? And you're like not really there, but you're lurking. You know, I'm not a real lurker. I'm kind of like a pseudo lurker. I kind of tell everyone I'm going to be lurking. In other words, I'm there the whole show, but I can't comment or I can't do anything because I'm just listening to it like I'd be listening to a
Right,
radio.
right, right. I do that on Twitch too.
Yeah,
I
Matt.
actually do fake watching,
Right, fake watch. Well, it's called
fake
lurking.
watching.
Lurking. No, you're not fake watching because you're actually watching, but no one knows you're watching. You're lurking.
People know that I'm
And then
watching,
there's
but
the people that
they
troll.
don't
That's a
know that
different
I'm
thing.
watching something else too at the same time. So I
Well,
have them on mute. So all I'm doing is going back every once in a while, read the chat,
back
and
and
make it seem
forth,
like I'm really there, but I'm really not
right?
because I'm watching something different. So
Michael B, go check out Michael B's show, you guys. He's been putting up some
yeah,
cool
I've been missing
posts.
Michael's
Yeah.
stuff because
He's
I've
been
been
putting some stuff up there. Go check it out, man.
yeah, I got to
And then
check it
we've
out.
got Mark's Gas, as in Gear Acquisition Syndrome Station. He understands about syndromes, right? He's got the gear acquisition one like I do, right? And then what else do we have? Who else do we have? BC Rich 581. I've seen him in the chats during the week, working and whatnot, lurking and working, right? Occasionally, I'm able to pop in and out, like, and look at what's going on, and I'll see people like him in there. I'll say hi and everyone else. Yeah. So yeah, Michael B. So it's not just bad for PTSD sufferers, but puppies don't like it either. Even cats. Steve from Boston was talking about his cats. Like, he's got to have a little bunker for his one cat. I forget his name. Yeah, the dogs won't stop barking. That's right. That's right. They just don't really like it. Don't like all this stuff, Johnny Bean. So you can come out from under the bed, lads. It's over still some tonight. No, I don't suffer from it, thankfully, but I do want to talk about it because I think that, there's a new era of I guess celebratory, ways of doing this. Celebrating, drones. Have you guys seen the drones stuff out there? I think we could probably even pop in one of those videos if you guys want to see that. I can throw that up, but throw that up.
What's really amazing, Laz, is that see all these people like on Facebook. They're all showing the neighborhood fireworks, and the neighborhood
Yeah,
fireworks are no longer the tiny little snap crackle pop things or
that's
the ones
right.
that are on the ground, the shooters and stuff like that. But these things are real things that are really being sold that are
Explosive.
explosive and really damaging and really professional looking, and who knows
Right.
what's going to happen with the residue.
Well, part of it is I think people are. I bet you that your people are buying some of this stuff online, which I think would probably be totally illegal,
They sell
explosive
them
stuff.
right on
But
the street.
some places probably sell it right on the street. Or I remember we
Like
used to go to
us.
Chinatown into downtown San Francisco. I remember one time when I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old, and I said to my grandma, I'm like, Grandma, after our Hungarian Sunday Hungarian lunch at the Hungarian Center in San Francisco on Gary Street, right off NS, we would go. I'd talk her into let's go to Chinatown, and Grandma, we need to get something from Chinatown, and she would do anything for us. She was the best grandma in that way, but maybe not the most aware, I would say. So we went into Chinatown and I flagged some guy down. I'm like, fireworks, firecrackers, firecrackers, and then you see these guys walking around certain parts of the street, and sure enough, some guy just says firecrackers. I'm like, yeah, you have Black Cat, 2 bricks, and he's like, and I'm like, how much? And he said $20. This was back in the day, and like God, early 80s, if not late 70s. And my grandma paid him the $20, and we got the fireworks, the firecrackers, and 2 bricks of firecrackers. So that's how we did it back in the day. You know what I mean? So it's pretty wild. I want to see if I could find this in my channel history here. There's some fireworks stuff that was pretty cool. Yeah, benefits of drone shows, right?
We had we
So,
used to go to this place in Pennsylvania. We used to take a trip, me and Brian, to get the real fireworks, and it was like
mm-hmm.
you know, it was bad. I never wanted to even participate, but you go to those fireworks stores, Keystone Fireworks. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's a big big box store of all these explosives, and
Right.
it's unbelievable. It's
Oh
very
yeah,
bad.
yeah. We don't have like in most of California because of the fire danger, obviously, we don't allow most cities in California. You can't legally buy fireworks but it's going off all over the place. It's just happening. But let me go ahead and share I'm going to do a share screen here. And this is a little news bit here. Let me get this in the right posiciones, as they say. And I think let's see, let me go like this, and then we go like that. Is that a theater mode? No. Mini player? No. Play on TV? No. Too many options to choose from here. All right, let's see if that's what we want to see there. I think so. All right, yeah, there we go. So I'll share that. Let's go back here. All these little things you got to do. So it's just a little bit on the news here about fireworks. Let's go and hit that. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, let me go and hit that. Hopefully it's not too loud. Tell me if it's too loud.
This week, many counties and cities are warning you not to light your own fireworks.
Yeah, still, there are a lot of fireworks shows set for the 4th of July, but we're now seeing a different kind of display in the sky in a lot of our cities and counties. King 5's Drew Andre here in the studio to explore this debate, the hot, contentious debate through fireworks or drones.
Jake, it really is. Let's give you an example here. The city of Des Moines will be hosting a 4th of July
This is in Des Moines,
for the second time this year. They got
Iowa.
rid of their annual fireworks show in an effort to be more environmentally friendly. And it turns out they're not alone.
Rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air. Fireworks are intertwined with Independence Day.
You can hear them, you see them, you smell them, you feel them.
But now more drones are infiltrating the skies. We've already seen it in Seattle, a drone show for MLB All-Star Weekend last year. And another spectacular display shared the sky with fireworks during New Year's at the Space Needle. Both shows created by Texas-based company Sky Elements Drones.
Anything you want in the sky, you can put in the sky.
Drone shows are growing in popularity because there's something new. Eliminate the risk of fires and don't pollute the air and nearby water with debris. Plus, they're quiet.
It's a lot safer at the end of the day.
I really do believe that there's always going to be a place for fireworks because it is such a unique experience.
Ellen Webb builds traditional
I think it's very
Japanese-style
true.
ball shells that turn into this in the sky. She's also the president of the Northwest Pyrotechnic Association and says despite drones' popularity, fireworks productions aren't seeing a decline in business because of drone shows.
It's like comparing a painting versus a photograph. I mean, they're still art. They still have a place on the wall in the gallery, but they're just totally different animals.
And Sky Elements agrees.
We like to say that we're an alternative to fireworks, not necessarily a replacement.
And in some cases, teammates. This
I love
Independence
this
Day,
combination
Sky Elements will
where you
become the
combine
first company
fireworks
to legally
with
fly fireworks from drones.
It's
drones.
beautiful.
And that same company is putting on the Des Moines Drone Show tomorrow. And over at Engle Lake and SeaTac, there'll be a drone show and a fireworks.
Enough of that news. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty cool. What did you guys think about that? Yeah, man.
Oh,
So let's talk a little bit about the PTSD side of things. So as you all can imagine, do you know any veterans in your families? Anyone out there? I mean, G. Butchnoff, tell us about your experiences. I think mostly it's combat veterans that most particularly will have really bad reactions, PTSD type panic and other kind of stress reactions to these things, right? I can play another quick clip of a service member who speaks about that if you guys want to see that. And I think that there's alternatives to fireworks, but at the same time, most veterans don't want us to get to enjoy fireworks. They understand, the celebratory side of the fireworks and the whole, the feeling of that boom, boom, just like a rock concert. You got the pyrotechnics at fireworks, kind of pyrotechnics at concerts too, because it's just exciting. It just lights up, the sky and the stadium or whatever. So, yeah, well, Boomster Black, I can't blame you for that either. That's so true, right? You can get PTSD from politics alone. That's an entirely different kind of fireworks. But yeah, the thing is that some veterans ask people to try to be a little bit cognizant of the fact that, if they hit the floor when there's a big boom, don't laugh at them or whatnot. Maybe give them a helping hand up and say, hey, sorry you're having to, stress out about this, man, because they do react very quickly to the big, loud, exploding, booming sounds. And 4th of July evening, and even the night before already, but the evening of course, in our area here, there was so much of it going on all around, illegal fireworks. A lot of big booms, like a lot of boom, like really M80 style, super big, explosive kind of booms. And the thing is that it's an exciting time celebrating our independence, this nation's independence, and I guess the booming of democracy and Republican democracies and countries throughout the world, really kind of started up after the U.S., right? So there's a lot to be proud of, and so to celebrate, of course, is natural, and that's one of the ways that we've always celebrated with fireworks, and it's kind of the display of and the power, majesty of it all, right? The explosive nature of fireworks reminds us of the explosive nature, and it is a reminder in a sense of the carnage of war, the horrors of war, and maybe it's part of the excitement in some sense, but a reminder as well that, hey, this freedom didn't come easily, and there were explosions, and there was war that had to occur for this to happen, so there's ways to be helpful toward veterans or others suffering from PTSD. I could play that clip for you guys right now if you want. It's a good one. It really is like a picture into, or maybe a window into what it's like for someone suffering from PTSD, how maybe they can overcome some of that and what they have to do in some cases to get over that. And there are groups as well that do help veterans and others deal with it, right? But I think here's this one. I think this is, I'm not sure if this is the one that I was thinking of. Let me see if we could find it. It might be a little further down. Yeah, here's the one. I like this one. I thought this was a good one. Power off, Janice. Here we go. Oops, it always goes to full screen when I do that. Go back to here, present it first. It's funny how the share screen thing works. Okay, let me go back to this. I'm going to share it. Now I have to full screen it. There we go. It's funny how it works that way. Add it to the stage. There we go. So this is another news broadcast. Hopefully I don't get dinged for
Tonight at 10, I'm Ryan Jenkins. As Independence Day celebrations
for these. Some of these are a couple few years old.
For some, the festivities can trigger some difficult realities. Our Keely Starl spoke with a local veteran who suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. She's sharing her story and has a message for the entire community tonight.
Today I come to make sure that it's still up.
Yeah, right.
For
Shell
the
shock.
holiday weekend, Melissa Goodbear is decorating her yard with this sign.
Every year I put my sign out, please be courteous, because there's a combat veteran living here.
Deployed in 2008, she is an Iraq combat veteran.
During my deployment, at least 2 or 3 times a day, our base was attacked by mortars.
Fireworks used to celebrate the 4th.
One time I even got scared. I dove under a table.
A reminder of the violence she saw while deployed.
Every time you hear the fireworks, you feel panic, you feel scared, you like everything bad.
In Iraq, hiding in a bunker.
Constantly running and hiding in bunkers for hours and waiting for them to say it's clear to come out.
At home, hiding in her own basement.
About 3 or 4 days out of the year, I go to my basement and I hide out with my headphones on.
For Melissa, it's the sound that takes her right back.
The loud ones were my favorite. Now it's torture.
Over a decade later, she's created a routine to help her PTSD.
As soon as I hear the fireworks, I put the headphones on, noise cancellation, and then I come downstairs.
Other veterans in the community speaking up too.
If you do know that there's somebody there that suffers from these situations, you should be cognizant and try to respect that.
Starting with a sign.
Maybe they should put signs up everywhere.
Their message is for a respectful celebration.
This holiday is a celebration of independence. We fought for this country, and the worst thing for us is the fireworks.
This weekend, she's asking others to be courteous and avoid lighting off random fireworks.
So the thing about the random fireworks thing is really, it's a lack of, I think, maybe education, to the public about this kind of stuff. And I might not 100% agree with, putting signs up everywhere, all over the place, not to use fireworks, even though it's illegal. But maybe, I like the idea of putting signs up where say, be, respectful of, yeah, right, not nice people. Well, Johnny's talking about something else. All right, that topic again. We addressed it. We're leaving it. Everyone should know by now, but it's going to keep coming back as new people join the community. It's a curious, weird thing. But another form of PTSD, right? Oh, God. Anyway. But in all seriousness, though, the fireworks thing, I think I do tend to agree with veterans having to suffer from this. They do have to find a way to cope with it. I think it is an ordinary, regular, everyday part of celebrations in the U.S. I mean, even in like Peru, when we celebrated my sweetie's 50th birthday, there were fireworks. My brother-in-law, Edwin, surprised her by ordering fireworks to be shot off right nearby their home. So it's such a typical part of celebrating. And as a matter of fact, the Chinese who discovered and created gunpowder, never even used them for guns yet. It wasn't even called gunpowder. I think they called it, something else like black something or another. But they used it for celebratory purposes. What was it?
I know the word cohosh is
maybe
associated with black.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that is pertaining.
It might have something to. Maybe, I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat might know, right? MPN is the new MPN. He's the new one. Anyway, but Hobo Rody, reality is for people who can't handle drugs. Better living through chemistry, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there is a lot of truth to that. No, I agree. I don't think that's a joke at all. It's all good, man. Yeah. I think what we're learning as cultures and societies are blossoming or maturing, maybe. I don't know how much. Okay. Some would argue that we're not maturing. I had an interesting conversation with a East German who emigrated to the United States. Guy, really cool guy, and we had a lot. He's an engineer and stuff, and we had a lot of really interesting. There he is. See, right on, dude. MPN. You have to come up with the answers when we say MPN. You have to give the answers. What is cohosh? Anyway,
MPN.
But yeah, but that's another thing I wanted to talk about, Johnny Bean, is the tinnitus as some doctors would call it, or some other doctors will call it tinnitus. So it depends on where vernacularly that you're gonna use what form of the word or pronunciation of it. But yeah, Michael B, dude, you're an amazing supporter. You're one of the best guys out there, and we are supporting you too. Let us know how we can support you more, bro. Let us know. But yeah, so back to what Johnny says. I blew my ears out with fireworks before a guitar lesson one time, and I couldn't hear anything during the lesson. This was when I was 12. Luckily, you kept your fingers, Johnny Bean.
How long did it last? Or is that the start of your tinnitus?
It might have not helped because things like that, explosive sounds and stuff like that, especially if it's really right next to your ear or whatnot. If you get that ringing in your ear afterwards, then that's definitely going to lead toward tinnitus at some point in your life. So the damage that occurs, can, stack, and it gets worse as you get older. And there's no cure for tinnitus. There are things you can do to try to kind of like mask or block the sounds and whatnot. But that's another thing that veterans suffer from because of the fact that a lot of times they are around explosive sounding things, Yeah, I agree, Hobo Brody. Even though in the Mary Poppins movie, the one guy who had, the cannon that he'd have to always shoot off and everything rattled in the house. I thought that was funny, growing up. That old guy, which was played by Dick Van Dyke too. He played like several different characters in that movie, which is really, really cool. I didn't even know he was the old banker guy, until much later in life. But yeah, bottom line is my light over there flickering? Something's flickering. That's weird. I'm having some issues with my USB dongle. Anyway, but yeah, man. Let's refrain from firing off artillery. And I did want to have Ron Gunner on the show today. Originally, we talked last week or the week before. When was it? Was it last week, Janice? It was the week before, because last week was I can't remember. Anyway, no, my sweetie's birthday was that the week before that. So we did have a show last week with Janice as the guest and co-hostess with the mostest, right? And we were talking about having a special show with Johnny Bean, but he's too busy doing his studio. So he's working on his studio right now while he lurks in the shadows, right? Oh my God.
I haven't seen your mother, baby.
Right? So, yeah, that's the thing. People are, it's like the jackass kind of things where people are going to do, let's see how stupid I can be, Let me hold a Roman candle in my mouth and then see what happens, I'm sure it did not end well. And alcohol is usually always involved in those kinds of decisions, right, G? Yeah, man. It's that squiggly thing. Okay, is that what that is? Kibosh? I don't know.
My portion of the show right now is brought to you by Poggers.
Poggers. Thank you, Poggers. All right. Sponsored by Poggers, not. Send me some Poggers, and I'll consider you a sponsor. So, Scott Nickerson, see? Yeah, I enjoy fireworks, but never got into setting off myself. No need to blow myself up. We did quite a few things as children, because it was so common that, it was cool if you could get your hands on some firecrackers, So if you could get some firecrackers, you can light some off, man. That was cool, And so, of course, you're going to be influenced to do these cool things, And we would do everything. One time we had a massive battle and blew apart all my models, and my brother John, I would build plastic models when we were kids. And a lot of war stuff like ships and planes and cars and tanks and stuff. And we had this Navarone, the guns of Navarone, like this big plastic kind of multi-tiered kind of toy that was like maybe about 2.5 feet, maybe 3 feet tall, that you use with your little army men. Remember those little green army men, Janice? Yeah, they probably still have those, don't they? Anyway, we burned it all down. We blew everything up with firecrackers, and we burned it all down, and it was the most craziest thing. And we probably got all kinds of like burnt plastic poisoning from all the smoke. But yeah, that's some of the ridiculous stuff that we do when there weren't any adults around watching us, and we were just left to our own devices, as you might say.
I have,
but
a crazy, I got kitty eyeball junk.
Oh, that happens. The mucus in the eyeballs, right?
Yes. It's been 2 days now.
2 days, it keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Are you allergic to
Same, yeah.
cats or something? Were you affected by cats?
No,
Cats
dry
attack?
eye.
Oh, you just got dry eye.
Dry
Okay,
eye
yeah.
gets wet. And the wet. And when
It
dry
dries
eye
up in the
gets
corners.
Wet, it's worse than dry eyes being dry.
Yeah. Oh, so you don't use like some kind of wetting like solution?
Oh,
Drops?
Yeah, but it doesn't really work.
Doesn't really work? Wow. You have to constantly be dripping it into your eyeball then, yeah. So yeah, we luckily none of us ever blew ourselves up, but we did see some other kids do some pretty silly things, and we're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But yeah, but like alcohol involved. That's usually how it happens, or some other means of altering your mental capacity can happen. So yeah, there's a bunch of other links up there too in the description, by the way, if you want to learn more about how to help veterans deal with this. But I thought it would be cool to talk about not just the PTSD, bad effects that these fireworks and things have, but what are some alternatives, like the drone shows. Have you guys seen some of the drone shows? Yeah. You guys want to see more of that? Can I show you guys some more of the drone show stuff? I mean, far as I know, showing parts of news stuff shouldn't really get me, dinged, because it's news, right? Even though it's their news. But,
informative.
There have been some combining of now, combining the two together, right? Let's see, the benefits of drone shows. I think there's one where it shows the actual, the epic patriotic drone show with 1,000 drones. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this. This is pretty wild. I mean, the one thing I would say here on this is it would have been better if they had better music for this. That's all. The music was a little bit on the, could have spent more money on the music. And while we're sharing this, Janice, I'm going to mute you because you got some heavy drone sounding stuff going on over there.
I do.
Well, now it stopped. Yeah, it sounds like a fan or something kicked in on your laptop, probably, right?
I didn't hear it.
Must have. All right, so check this out, you guys. So if you guys haven't seen this on the news or on your own TV channel, TV show or your own TV, check it out. I'm going to go full screen on this. Yeah, we can't hear your noise anyway, Janice. So it's okay. But look at all those drones. Over 1,000 drones in Los Angeles. And this company is the one that is the first to be able to combine, I think, fireworks with. If I was correct. Yeah, I agree, G. This music was okay, but later it kind of gets a little hokey. It was all right, but. And this is really long. This is like a very long video, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing. This might be a shorter version. Okay, this is a 6-minute version. All right, we'll watch this. Pretty cool.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper heading.
I don't know about you guys, but if you were of the same age as me, born in the mid to late 60s, and even though I was like a baby when we first landed on the moon and all that stuff, we were still very excited about all that. And then when the shuttle program started out, we were super into the shuttle program. And even though there were quite a few bad accidents, and then that shut that down eventually, but space station being built, another cool thing.
That's one small step for man.
Pretty cool.
One giant leap for mankind.
And I bet over time, yeah, it's pretty wild, right? Yeah. Cool. Yes, he did, by Ron Gunner. He took care of that and fixed it properly, and he is indeed amazing. I don't think so. I think it's a computer programmed drone system. They have probably several teams of people on laptops and computers there, and they program all this, and they of course have to probably keep an eye on the drones. Yeah, that's for sure, bro. Bigger and better and more. Yeah, it's great, right? And less fire danger, right? That's one problem. Less environmental hazard, because all that stuff is bad for the environment, I mean, there's stuff that's bad with this too. You've got the drones and the batteries and the blah blah blah. So there's batteries involved. So there's always something, but probably a lot less dangerous and overall a lot less bad for the environment. That's pretty cool. Look at that, man. Can you imagine in the future how much more they can really do it up in the future? It's gonna be really something. Even now, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Brighter future tomorrow. There we go. Sky Elements drone show. Congratulations to them, man. Epic. I think Guinness. They did a Guinness Book of World Records one, so that might have been the one, right? Yeah, play ball. Exactly, Michael B. And then Enrico Palazzos come out and sings. That's funny. Didn't even know the words. Yeah, man. So yeah, what do you guys think? You think that's going to be the future? Is that going to take over more and more in place of fireworks? Now,
it would be great for the drone industry.
Oh yeah, Now the danger could be is like people are going to start buying drones and using them all over their neighborhoods instead of fireworks, and maybe that's there could be some issues with that in the future. But yeah, man.
And stuff.
Well, yeah,
have all that stuff happening around there.
Yeah. They hit like some kind of a radio, block. It gets like radio jammed, and the drone just hits the wall and goes, and you just lost your several $1,000 drone or hundreds of dollars. How much do they cost? I guess different sizes and different, qualities, right?
Oh, Boomster Black.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hope not, Boomster Black. Yeah. We try not to get into too much politics on this show. I will address it at times, Here's the thing. Okay, we can maybe kind of close on this in a sense because we still got 15 minutes, but I think the thing about freedom and independence is we all might have a little bit of a different perspective on the politics and the political side on how to achieve or maintain our independence and our freedoms, right? And we try to enlist or vote people into power that can help us. When I say power, I mean, in the political spectrum, making laws and appointing judges and all the things, administering and executive branch executes the law as it's supposed to, But we have a lot of problems right now because so much of politics is controlled by money, because of how things were changed in a Supreme Court decision. Citizens United turned a lot of that power over to people with money. Corporations are now, considered as an entity, a person, or something that has the ability to vote or use their money, in the system. And so now it's flooded. The political system in America has been flooded by money. And the only way to overturn that is by a change to a law that, a majority, if not more than a majority, needs to overturn a Supreme Court decision, or another lawsuit has to come about, that could win and defeat that precedent. So right now, like much of the world, we're facing a lot of challenges that I think have to do with the control of assets, land, money, resources, right? And that's why there's so much conflict around the world. And trying to find a way to share these assets as, common as human beings, sharing our assets with each other, through the I guess the system of trade or otherwise, right? There are some organizations that give away everything from food, medicine, all kinds of stuff, to help people in the world. And I've always been of that mind. I had this crazy dream one time. My cousin Joe and I talked about this crazy idea that what if nonprofit organizations basically took over everything, and instead of for profit, a lot of things would be manufactured, almost kind of like in a Star Trekian kind of a world where we create things because we want to have the best of everything we can offer to humankind, and let's try to offer it and get other people to invest in the idea because it's going to make the world and our place in it better, and to promote that type of thinking and ideology, that kind of philosophy of living. Like artists are like that. We as artists typically create art because we just have to do it. We want to create it. A lot of the gas that I have is because I have a desire to create, art and music and promote that. And I don't get a lot of time to play and do that myself, but when I do, it's the best feeling, And yeah, that's exactly right, William De Silva. Yep. And too much money is involved, and that's part of it. And so maybe someday we'll want to fight for our freedom, and take back the powers that be through the system that we have by changing it, by being more involved in it and bringing about change, just like we did in the union era when unions fought against these big, companies and won, for a long time. But things can change, and there's a constant pendulum swing, right, up and down. Go get some grub, Michael. It's very important to get your grub at the right time. Guitars and grub, of course. Or gear and grub. Should I call it gear and grub? I have that Instagram thing that I post weekly called Guitars and Grub. But yeah, I've been wanting to post the Kiesel. You guys want to see the Kiesel? Who here hasn't seen the Kiesel? People in the chat. You guys want me to show you that? And I thought I could do an unboxing. I was trying to do this Thursday being 4th of July. We didn't do a show. I was going to unbox a couple things. You guys want me to do that right now? Let me know.
We're going to need this an hour, or we're going to go longer?
Well, we're at 10 to 11, right? So we've got 11. We can go another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Should I open this box?
Oh, sure.
You guys know that company?
No.
Yeah, Jam Pedals. They make the Harmonious Monk, amongst other wonderful things. As a matter of fact, I might end up buying their super duper awesome wah pedal. Because I gotta get the unboxing knife from Jordan, from Petra. Got that there. Even has a little should have it there. It's on there somewhere. Oh, it's on the casing. You guys know what Petra is, right? Remember that from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when Connery played his father. Did you ever see that one? Try not to cut myself off. So they sent it all the way from my other favorite place to visit when we went was Greece. Came from Greece. Oh, they really packaged the really out of this thing. All right, so this is kind of like an accessory pedal. You guys will see what I mean. Once I open it. It's a little wide box. All right. Oh, you got one of those V-Tronics, dude. Those are awesome. This form. Yeah, I'm gonna single me in on this one. There we go. Oh, it's got peanuts. Oh, plastic peanuts. I don't like those things. Not the most environmentally sound things either. They do make the ones that, if they get wet, they can become a mushy mess, but they do make these peanuts that are biodegradable out of like some kind of. All right, where I'm going to throw all these peanuts? Maybe right back into this packaging bag. I think I got enough of them out. Oh, just go all into my lap. Oh, jeez. Popcorn. All right, I'll get that up later. Wow, yeah, a whole bunch of it just fell into my lap here. Yeah. Outside. So this is a pretty cool little pedal here. You want to see it, Janice? I'll bring you back on. Oops, wrong button. Jam. So this is the control box for my Dalai Lama Extreme. And it lets you do a couple extra things with it. And that is like the coolest delay that I've run across since getting the Halo, which is my other favorite delay pedal. And then there's the Earthbreaker Devices pedal that I really, really like too, the Dispatch Master. But that's what it looks like, basically. Yeah, it does some cool things. So it will let me do some really cool things. So you can do presets with it. You can simultaneously hold the middle foot switch in the Dalai Lama Extreme tap tempo, and you can temporarily disconnect from the tap in side of things that perform some really unique kind of things with it. You know, live performance. If you want to do some cool tones, and what I like about them is they do a lot of little cool custom kind of things. Very Greek, like little fabric bag here, right? And let's also this part in. Tap. 9 volts. They don't even say C negative or negative. It looks like it would be. I'm gonna have to read this here. Let's see. Pretty sure. Yeah, center negative. So it is center negative. So we're good with that. So that's going to be connected to the Dalai Lama. You guys want to see the Dalai Lama?
Dalai Lama?
Yeah, it's called the Dalai Lama, like Dalai Lama, but Dalai Lama. They have very funny names and cool. I picked this up when I was down at NAMM this year. So that's the Dalai Lama right there. So now you can add this additional controller to it, and you'll get way more out of this with this. So in presets, 1, 2, 3, 4 presets.
It
by a
looks
click of
almost
the button.
modular.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a cool modular system. Exactly, Janice. All right, where did my laugh track box go? Must have fallen down here too. It did. Here we go. Yeah, lightning bolts are cool. I agree, Boomsterbuck. Yeah. Janice, hit the mute button when you do that. Oh my God.
I couldn't get there in time.
You couldn't get there in time. Okay, when I see your hand go up to your mouth, I'm gonna go like this.
You were going the thing over there where you had.
All right, one more.
Well, you were going to do the laugh track, so I figured I'm going to combine it.
Okay. Okay, let's do it again one more time.
I can't
That's you. Okay. Oh my god. There's this sound. Yeah, this one. Anyway.
That
Oh
could
my
be
god.
arranged.
We also have this one too. Oh, that one's gross. All right. All right, so here's another box. This is a replacement, as you might all know. There was something I was waiting for. That something went bad right from the get-go. It didn't work. You guys remember that?
Yes.
So let me go ahead and open that. It's kind of hard to do. They packaged the holy macaroni out of this one too. All right. Wow. Packaging is crazy. Crazy packaging. And this isn't the sharpest knife in the world. It's not the best unboxing knife. I used to have a much sharper unboxing knife, but I went to this Petra knife, which is kind of dangerous. It's almost as bad as Fireworks. All right, tear that off the top. There we go. All right, we're almost there. Jeez, I gotta sharpen this thing. Not to get the old sharpener out. Did you mute yourself or did I mute you? Okay, you did it. Okay. All right, here we go. It's back. Got my own now. Yeah, the one I gave to Johnny for his early Christmas present. Electro-harmonics, the walking on the moon flanger that he thought was a phaser. Or a chorus. No, he thought it was a chorus, but it's a flanger with filter matrix as well. Very cool. Right? So this one's supposedly brand spanking new. Let's go ahead and take it all out. There's that elusive power brick. And let's see if the picture's different that they send. I think they're all the same. I think they're all the same, but there it is, brand new. Plastic's never been open, I don't think. There we go. And then here's the picture.
What'd you say about a power bank?
Well, it's a power block or wall wart or whatever, but it's it's a 9-volt negative. It is the same one. Andy Summers' artwork there. If you guys want to see that closer, if you haven't seen this yet. Everyone who gets one of these gets a print of his walking on the moon drawing. Water paint by Andy. I've always liked water paint. It's very difficult to work with, but it's very unique and interesting. I've always appreciated it.
What happens if it gets wet?
Well, that's the thing, is when you're working with water paint, getting it wet, the water and using water with it and how it dries and everything, it's very hard to control versus oil. And so it can be real tricky to work with. And how it kind of blends one color into the next, right? So it can be very difficult to work with, but it's got its own magic, you know, just like a lot of art has that kind of magic involved, you know. Don't you agree, Janice? So now I get to put this on my board, and I'm going to be playing this today into probably that awesome GTM 45 that I got from Anonymous. Thank you very much. You know who you are, and most of you all out there know who he is.
Hey, Alex.
But he's an amazing dude. Anonymous is. Thank you very much for all your support. So Alex Radford, dude. Oh, speaking of which, Alex, bro. 2 days away. 2 days away, bro. That's right. We're going to be at the Giants game on Tuesday night. Well, Ryan, you know what you can do, Ryan? I'd love to start over. But you can't hit the rewind right when we end and then start over for yourself. So that's the best way to do that, right? You can do it. All right, you guys. So anything else? It's pretty much the top of the hour here. So we're at 11 o'clock. Pretty much done with the show. Ryan, we talked about fireworks and PTSD and all that kind of stuff. I have some cool links in the description. We showed some drone firework footage, if you want to call it drone fireworks, drone show, and they actually have some now where they're combining the drones with fireworks. Wow. I can just imagine in the future what it's going to be like, What's up with your hair there, Janice?
I don't know. It's been bothering me.
You were making a face.
I don't understand how come it's so thin here.
I don't know.
And what happened to all the
Don't
the
pull on
oil
it.
outside? Huh?
Stop pulling on it. It's going to get thinner. No, you need to brush it. Get some of the oil
This is
in
too
there.
much, and this is too little. And this
Yeah.
part will not work.
You know what they say is the more you brush your hair, the more healthy it is because you're brushing some of the oils off your scalp into the
I don't
hair.
brush
And,
it enough then.
yeah, you got to brush it like,
I've been using a comb.
yeah.
Maybe that's not a good idea.
I think that spreads it too. So you just want to, maybe the brush works a little bit better, but yeah, you just definitely want to, and then
They say
maybe look into a different conditioner so you keep
They
it
say
moist.
older hair is a lot of breakage. So
Yeah. That's the thing about brushes. The brushes might, pull it out more, right? But look what happened to me. I didn't even brush it that much.
I don't need to complain.
Well, I can't complain either because I used to have hair like this. So when I was young, let me take this off here. I'm going to go into my Instagram real quick because you guys probably, some of you might have seen this this picture of me from back in the day. But it might be easier for me to find this elsewhere. I'm not sure. But there's Johnny. Exactly. If anyone knows, Johnny, it's me. How not to lose your hair. All right. Johnny should talk. Yeah. Oh, isn't that a great picture of me and Roxy? Look at that picture of me and Roxy.
Much.
That's my little Roxy. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know where that picture is. There's a picture of me, maybe in my like family photos section or something like that. I might have, I might have a good picture, Johnny. You crack me up, bro. Well, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Family photos. Oh, there was that one picture of me and my mom where you can really see I had that David Lee Roth haircut and the whole thing. Anyway, whatever. Maybe I'll post that up somewhere on Instagram. Oops, my lights are going out. That must be the end of the show. That's right. Notice that it wants more power. The system wants more power. So yeah, Ryan Hall, my Hungarian American brother. You cracked me up, dude. Right on, dude. Yeah. Johnny Bean, by the way, if you're coming up to this area tomorrow, swing on by. I'm probably going to be here. And we can do a little something like this. You guys know what this is, right? Some of you do. Right on, come by, dude. Come by on your way through. Come by in late morning on your way through or whatever.
Is it a hard, soft case?
It's a hard, soft case. Look at that thing.
That's great.
Here, I'll go ahead and solo me so you guys can get a good view of this puppy.
They were doing a lot of demos about cases, soft cases, the past couple of weeks.
This is definitely one of the better ones. They do a really good job.
Mike Bradley did one.
Mike, I love Mike. Yeah, I was telling him he should throw his off his roof like they were saying. You can throw it off the roof. And I'm like, Henning does it. He throws it off his balcony when he's testing his cases.
Mike Bradley, as always.
Yeah, as always. So, gotta
so
get that
nice. Really
I have his T-shirt. I should have wore his T-shirt. You know why I'm wearing this?
No.
Because Gear Street 6 just started.
Did really?
Yeah, they got Gear Street 6 going on. And this thing is so light, I can literally hold it like this. Like, you know.
Nice.
So, real quick, you guys. Headless, my first. It's got the very dark ebony neck or fretboard, that is. Pearloid dots, pearloid buttons over knurled knobs. The hip shot bridge there, very cool. And it's got the, I did come up with a name for you guys. It's got the diamond pearloid or diamond pearl finish. So you can see that sparkle in there. And I was trying to come up with a Star Wars type of name because it is a Vader. That's what they named this shape. And I came up with the name Hoth from the second Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, since it's like the planet Hoth. It's white.
Oh, I don't know that.
Like snow. And I love that little cutaway right there, down here. And it's got the best handshake, as Phil McKnight would call it, because it is a neck through. Maple neck through. Swamp ash body. So the wings are swamp ash.
But you got to do the Glenn Fricker test.
What's the Fricker test?
Stand up and jump.
How do you mean stand up and jump?
Stand up and jump so they see if it got neck dive.
Oh, when it comes to that kind of thing, like it's gonna have no neck dive because there's no headstock. So, balance, like sitting down or, I got a pretty cool Levi's, black Levi's leather strap for it too. So it looks very Star Wars, it's like you want to like hook up a blaster right up onto that, right? But I've been playing this quite a bit in the living room. There you go. Doesn't do anything like that. It's like, sits perfect.
Wow. Nice.
Right? If I could only play like that, like I can go. I can pretend, but I'll get there someday when I have more time. When I have more time for guitar playing. Right now, I'm just guitar collecting and buying. But I am playing this thing. So I've had it outside. See the little Black Starfly Mini? Mm-hmm. It's sitting there because I don't leave it out in the living room. But when I want to play out in the living room, I take that with me with the cord that this thing's connected to right there. And I take it out there and I just strap it in. But yeah, it definitely has that stormtrooper look. And originally I wanted to get the Leia in white. But the Leia is more of a kind of funky looking, Les Pauli-esque kind of a single kind of cut thing, and I'm more a double cut kind of player. I like to get my thumb around here like that.
Oh, yes,
so,
that's really important.
And look how far down you can go, right down to here, no problem. And you can play like this. I do more of the wraparound, kind of my thumb over the edge, and it is the thinnest neck that they make. But because my buddy Flock there, who helped me set this whole thing up, he recommended that they're going to have to do, quite a few layers of paint. So if I go with the thinner neck and with all that paint added on, it's going to be probably just around the right size. It is one of the flatter necks that I have. That's definitely for sure. It's more of a shreddy kind of thing, but that's kind of what I was going for, actually. So it really could not have turned out more perfect than it is, really. The only thing I want to adjust on it is, for me, the tremolo is a little stiff compared to how I'm used to it because I play the Vega Trem on my Strats a lot now. So I can definitely go to 11 on that thing, right? Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. And the ebony looks great. It was worth the little extra for the all black ebony. Yeah, so I'm beyond happy with this thing. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, the Osiris is another one. A little more pointy, Sharpie kind of looking design, isn't it? Kind of a thing. Yeah, but you guys check out Kiesel guitars, man. And I went with the more subdued Kiesel logo right above the pocket there, right? So it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm happy with it. God, to be honest with you, I couldn't have asked for a better looking, better turn. I mean, it turned out great. It's amazing. It's beyond my abilities, that's for sure. So I'll grow into this, like when you get like some hand-me-downs from somebody in your family, and you grow into it. Oh, there you go, Janice. You grow into this. Hey, Ryan Hall, you're going to be getting something like that in the mail soon. Just saying. Just so you know. And one of the reasons I'm taking the day off Monday because I've got a lot of catch-up to do since I work Friday and Saturday. A lot of things to catch up on, including a lot of paperwork stuff I have to do. Invoicing and estimates and whatnot, but the packages are going to get put together and sent out finally. That's my promise to myself. Yeah, I mean, G's seen it, right? Did you get a chance to pick it up and play it, dude? I mean, the craftsmanship on this thing, you can't get beyond. I mean, really, honestly, for the money, it's just ridiculous what you get quality-wise. I mean, they're easily worth twice the money that they charge for these things. If you ask me, their prices are going to start going up, as you know. Yeah, you just can't beat an American built thing in California here at this quality level. I mean, you just can't beat this. I just don't see how they're going to do it. They got to keep doing it. They're growing, and they keep bringing on bigger stars and more stars, you know, so people are starting to really take notice.
Is it all like on demand that they're building?
They do
Building
have
demand?
ready-made ones, so you can look at their stock. You guys want to go look over there real quick? Let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's give Kiesel a nice give them a proper shout out, right? Let's go ahead. So they have in stocks, and we looked at some of these last time, and they have the custom builds. And I'll show you guys some in stocks. We'll just scroll through them really fast. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Let's go ahead and I'll accept. All right. So can you see that all right, Janice?
Yes, fine.
Okay. Let me know if I should make it bigger screen like this, where we go like that. I'll take G's comment on. You know, Zach, you'd be surprised. You might find something you like. Not everything is going to be like this. They make a Strat style body too. Like, look at the Delos that Phil McKnight. If you like Phil McKnight's stuff, he ended up getting rid of his custom made Fender Strat for the Delos because it's better. So it's basically the same animal, just better, you know? So when people say things like, oh, it's not my type or style of guitar, maybe you're not looking deep enough into their catalog, because they make all kinds of styles. And you can get some of these with or without these cutaways, you know, choose your colors. Here's the Allen Holdsworth. So this is the style of kind of like what the Leia looks like. And I almost went with that in white. But I'm much more of a double cut. The A2 is very popular. This is a bass, but the A2 shape and style is very popular right now. A lot of people are loving that particular style. But yeah, they make everything from 7 to 8 strings, I think, and headless or with the head on there. You know, I mean, this looks pretty sick right here. This 8 string. Look at that thing. If I could learn to play something like that, that would be pretty wild.
Not too expensive.
Yeah, for what? I mean, you know, the quality of these things, but it's a bolt-on. So think about that is a $2,500 bolt-on guitar. But compare that to like a Fender bolt-on custom shop, and it's laughable, the quality difference. Like, look at this one, dude. Don't tell me, Zach, don't tell me you wouldn't rock that puppy. Look at that thing. But yeah, it's not a Squire. It's at that Charvel level, you know, price, USA Charvel level kind of price, right? But look at that thing. And these are their readily available buy it now guitars. This is what they have in stock. You know, you can probably find them used for around $1,500. Like what
does it have low to high?
They have low to high prices, but you're gonna find them starting at around this kind of, like, here's the headless, and that's starting at around 2,000. And that's pretty cool looking guitar right there. Look at that. Look at that swamp ash body, one piece swamp ash body. Look at that. That's pretty cool. You can tell by the way the grain is, right? At least that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, they're, you know, out of all the USA custom shop places that are out there, you can see that these guys are going right up against PRS, Ibanez. I mean, look at this thing right here. This is like a Steve Vai-esque kind of a looking thing here. The Cole Roland Signature Series. Look at that. Down from, you know, $25.49. So they've got some discounted items here. And you're seeing that a lot right now. You're seeing a lot of discounted items going on right now in guitars. Gold Floyd Rose. It's probably a German one because they don't mess around. Active EMGs. This thing is probably a shreddy guitar right here. Look at that thing. Shreddy McShredster. Yeah, man. That's sick. I like that too. I mean, come on, Zach. Be honest. You wouldn't rock one of these. Look at that thing. Come on, man. Dude. That is freaking awesome. $1,980 right there. Hand built. Look at that beautiful ebony fretboard. Hand built right here in the USA. You know what I'm saying, man? Not made in Mexico for $2,000 for a made in Mexico EVH Strat. Those are good guitars, you know, but look at some of this stuff. Here's Ron's favorite. He's not here, so we can tease him. Oh, look at that. I love the inlays. Look at that. That's so cool, man. Reverse headstock all day long, man. That thing's just, come on. Unless you just want to play a Les Paul or a 335. Okay, if you want to play a 335 or a Les Paul, here you go. Look at that thing. With a Floyd or some kind of similar hip shot thing, right?
There's that toggle switch problem.
Well, that for some people that's good. Some people like that. Some people don't.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very Les Paul thing, though. You know, under 2,000, handmade in the USA, one-piece mahogany body. You can see that it's a one-piece chunk of mahogany there. You know, I'm sure glued in neck, right? So that's the thing, man. I mean, bro, you're not going to get quality like this at this price from anybody else. I'm sorry. Just maybe an SE, PRS will maybe kind of compete, but I don't know. And the thing is that they do have their proprietary, you know. Oh, here's like what I was. Zeus is another one that's kind of popular with the outward, you know, little horn there, almost tulip-esque. This is another one that's very popular. Notice how they did the bridge there. So this is a 7-string, but you have that scoop at the bottom there. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool looking right there too. See, that's very similar to what I would have gone with, except not the multi-scale, you know, fan fret or whatever you want to call it. Under 2,000, man. Look at that. 1955 plus tax. You know, it's going to be over 2. But if you like 7-string, that thing, or 8-string, that's 7 or 8. It's 7. Yeah. That's pretty sick. Look at the back. It's a bolt-on for that price, of course, but look at that. It's got a nice comfy cutaway there. But man, I'm telling you, if you can't take my word for it, take Phil McKnight's word for it. You know, take Alan Hallsworth. You know, he's no longer with us, but take, you know, somebody like him went to Kiesel, and there's a lot of other players. Devin Townsend now playing the Kiesel as well as some of his other custom stuff. So, and that's just their what's available. Now you can also go to their custom builder and build your own designs. Right. And they tell you everything that you need to know about it. That's Jeff right there back in the day when he had his beard. Now I think he's got it trimmed, or he's just no beard at all. But yeah, all, you know, and they've changed their there's their phone number right there. You guys call that number if you want to get more information. Sign up to their newsletter, and then, you know, get in on the Kiesels, because just click on their website, you know, Kiesel.com. I think Kiesel Guitars. Yeah, KieselGuitars.com. But there you go. We'll end the show on that. But yeah, I can't say how happy I am. I'm beyond happy.
Because my other show was just starting.
Yeah, the fretboard is pretty normal. So let me grab my my Friedman, which is my favorite neck. It's much more of a C-shaped neck than the Kiesel. The Kiesel is much flatter. Okay, so let's do this. So you can see, I guess maybe let me solo me so you guys can see me better. So you can see that the Kiesel is a flatter neck. As I turn it, you can kind of see it's flatter, right? Whereas this is more of a rounder C-shape neck. But as for the sizing, I could get my little micrometer thingy out or whatever, but it's pretty much the same. And the difference is this has the stainless frets. Never will need to be replaced. Never. Which is nice, right? Yeah, so this is more of a flat, keep hitting that mic. Flatter neck. But it's got a really nice rounded edge. They rounded the edges really nice. And the one thing that I don't like about it as much, like in this heat right now, I'm already feeling my hand stick. And this one, of course, is just a tongue oil rubbed, wood. I might knock the. That's something that I talked about with Flock over at Keesley. He says, yeah, you can do that, man. Just take some Scotch pad to it, or I don't like. You can use Scotch pad instead of steel wool. It won't have that metal residue. You still might want to cover up the guitar to keep dust from getting all over it, but you could either use the triple aught steel wool or Scotch Brite pad, like the white or the gray. You can start with the gray and then hit it up with the white. But yeah, the Vader, dude, this is it, man. This thing is pretty. I just love that shape. It's very, very cool. I'm digging it. So check them out, you guys. Yeah, right, Boomster Black. Oh, that was a 5-string. Good eye there, bro. I haven't gotten around to changing the strings on that thing. I want to change all the strings, not just the one. So I'm gonna probably, do a once over on that guitar. It doesn't really need much work. It's actually pretty perfectly set up right now. So I'll probably just want to change out the strings one by one. I'm getting messages here. Probably Johnny Bean. Oh, 11:22. All right, we'll let you jump in, Johnny. I'll send you a link. Hold on. See if I can figure this out. Gotta do that. We'll end it, but we'll let Johnny Bean, you want to come in and maybe talk us up on what's going on with the studio, and let's plan for tomorrow. What do you think? Let's do a little planning for tomorrow. If you can come by. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. What's up? All right, jump on in, bro. Yeah, we could talk about tomorrow and what else? The future, because very shortly, coming right around the corner, you guys, about a month away, the Best of All Worlds tour is going to be here. That's right. And you know what? If I can somehow snag a ticket or some tickets to the LA show, I bet you they're going to have the LA show right before the Bay Area show, right? I would think. That would be great to see that. What do you think, Johnny Bean?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Hey.
Wait till you check this out. You're going to love it.
So you want me to stop by tomorrow?
Yeah, stop by on your way up. Just hit me up in the morning. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be here.
Okay.
Like 99.9%.
All right, so I'll do that instead of Guitar Center. All
right, that sounds cool.
I'll just come straight over there. Hey, Janice.
Hi, Johnny.
We can do that. And you can play this through whatever amp you want. We've got the Vox over there. We got the JTM 45 hand-wired replica of the very first ever made Marshall JTM 45 over there. And then we've got the 5150 back here hiding behind my chair.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the Steve Vai head over there. So take
Steve Vai, Janice, play the clip.
Play the clip, Janice. Janice, intern
Hello?
Janice, play the clip.
What?
Play the clip, the Steve Vai clip.
Whoa, hey guys, hey,
oh my God.
Johnny,
Do you have
Johnny?
I can't hear you.
the Steve Vai one? He said, "Play the Steve Vai clip." He said. Anyway,
Johnny,
well,
Johnny, it's Steve.
Steve, what's up,
Steve?
man?
It's Steve. How you doing, Johnny? Yeah. Right on, man. That's so funny. Yeah, dude.
There's like 2 more minutes to that video. Maybe I'll upload that sometime.
Oh, you should.
Remind you again.
Yeah, remind Johnny, X him. Now
Send
we're
me an X.
Xing, not tweeting. We're Xing now, which is great.
Yeah. They're called X.com now. They totally changed it. They got rid of the Twitter.
I was there, Johnny. Remember?
Yeah,
we were there.
We were actually there.
I talked Johnny into it. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, let's just go. We'll find it. And the building doesn't even have any info on there. You just have to know by Google Maps that they're there, and then you just walk into the building and start asking.
You have
people
to
at the
know
desk.
where it is.
You have to discover it. We have to discover it.
There's nothing that says
No.
it is what it is, and nobody's going to tell you
No.
what it is because all the hate that they got. You know.
Well, there's that, and then there's the groupies.
Yeah.
The Johnny Beaners of Elon. The Eloners.
I know they all love me, Laz. I know they secretly love me.
I think they secretly do either wish they were you, or they love you, or they hate that they. It's like that song. I hate myself for loving you.
Guess who wrote that?
I think I know, Johnny. You probably lived with him too, didn't you?
I did. Desmond Child wrote
Desmond
that.
Child, baby. That's right, the man. Yeah. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, Ian's Guitar Shack's here. I was listening to a little of his stuff when I got home last night. And Dwight
You
Bailey
left
also
last
here
night.
popping in. Yeah, that was cool, right? I was listening to that while I was
Yeah, I saw you
preparing
there.
dinner.
Laz.
Yeah, I popped in
saw
and
you
said
there.
hi. Yeah, I just wanted to let him know I was listening because I was making dinner. So Johnny Bean, come by for a little fun in the Flying Pickle Productions studio here. And how's your studio coming along?
It's coming along. We're doing
You got
drywall.
sheetrock up? It's up.
We're
the drywall.
We're doing drywall.
Oops.
The toughest part is going to be doing the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Not looking forward to that, but once
You don't have the holders for that. I have some of those things. You want to borrow them? It like holds them up while you
really,
yeah.
dude.
I have a couple of those.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll have to dig them out of
I'll
storage,
ship
but
them to you.
borrow
And then
them
we'll
from
drive
me.
the Janices.
There you go. We'll drive in the
on.
Franken van and then drive it off an Appalachian cliff somewhere, like
I got a lot of
like
tools
did in
from
that movie.
Jim and Brian,
cool.
all down in my garage.
One of my lights just went out.
Uh-oh.
No, I think this dongle is starting to come to its end.
The dongle is softening.
Yeah, like when I the dongle. Okay, when I shake it, see, it works again. Oh, it went off again. No,
You
doesn't
guys.
want to work. I'm gonna shake the dongle. Yeah, I gotta upgrade my studio as well. Get some real lights in here, right, Johnny?
Mhm. Can you hear that? I live by the beach. You hear the seagulls?
Is that the beat? Oh, I thought that was a police siren. From the distance, it sounded like seagulls. A flock of seagulls, Johnny.
Yeah.
I remember that band. All right, you guys. So that's we could end the show on checking out Johnny Bean's show on Tuesday, right? Maybe next week, or when do you think you'll be done? When do you think you'll have time to do the Q&A with Johnny Bean on this show? Oops,
If you do one of those on a Thursday,
you want to do an evening version?
I can definitely do that on a Thursday rather than a Sunday because Sundays are just tough.
All right.
You know?
I could try to do that. I already just did the unboxing of the Walking on the Moon pedal in my jams control box. Yeah.
I saw it. I was listening as I was driving.
Yeah. I'll have that ready for you too. So right on, you guys. And then don't forget today also our friend Metalhead Hippie Jeff does his show, right? The Sunday show.
Cool.
And
No ASMR tonight, right?
no ASMR.
No. I did an exclusively Van Halen show yesterday in place of Starry Night and Guitar ASMR. But yeah, I'll swing by your place tomorrow morning, Laz, and maybe I'll bring a guitar, and we'll do a live from your place. We'll feature the Kiesel, and then exclusively Van Halen Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
There you go, bro. Sounds good. All right, MPN, thank you very much for joining us today as well. Everybody in the chat, don't forget to leave a comment, a like, subscribe, share. Help me grow the channel. I'm still, fluttering at around 800 and something subs. So if you can help me grow, I'm still going to do the giveaway. If you guys help me grow to 1,000, I'll do that giveaway of a guitar.
I got 858. Come on, guys, help me out.
Janice has got 858. There you go, Janice. So get some shares out there. Yeah, help us grow our channels. Johnny Bean's one of those guys who's always promoting us by help Johnny grow to 12,000. You're crawling up onto 12,000 now, right? You're like 12,800 something. You're almost there, bro. Yeah.
If you
right on.
combined everywhere that I am, if you combined everything, I'm at 100,000.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
If you
I mean,
combined it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You're doing a very interesting thing that a lot of other YouTubers aren't doing. You're there. A lot of other people do Insta and a little TikTok and whatnot and Facebook too. I think you really were one of the first people that was breaking out into all these different places with the podcasts everywhere too, on iHeartRadio and everywhere, right? I mean, you can get Johnny Bean as a podcast everywhere you go. Yeah. The one thing I have to say about the Tuesday show, though, I'm sure you know, is that we got to send Steven a proper USB mic. I mean, you know, if he's going to be doing some pop-ins on people's shows and whatnot like he is, he probably will be doing more and more into the future. I'd like to be able to hear him better than I heard him on Tuesday, because Tuesday was shrill talking through that through that laptop mic that he was talking through. It was pretty bad. I had you guys in my car, you know, my car radio, and you sounded like clear as day, like a radio host, and he's like, you know, like really, you know, burning out the mic every time. It was like almost popping the mic. Yeah.
Let's send him a mic.
Let's send him a mic.
Let's
do
me
it.
X. Reminded me. to
X.
send a mic. X. I
Janice.
can't do X with one finger.
You go like this. It's almost an X.
There we go. I can do
Janice,
that.
X Johnny. X Johnny, send Mike Steven Rosen Mike.
By the way,
Steven Rosen microphone.
Really quickly, what happened to Ron? I thought Ron was going to be.
Oh, he was, and so that's why I was late with the show, and we had some technical difficulties because originally Janice wasn't going to even be available, and you weren't available, and then Ron said, "Oh yeah, he could do it," and then like literally 15 minutes before the show, he sends me a message saying that his wife just called, that they're going to come get him and they're going to go out with the kids and do something, and he can maybe do the show 2 hours later or something. I'm like, I can't do that. I got to keep the time. So you got to stick to your slot, you know, if you want to keep it going. So I didn't change it. I just said, we'll do, something with you again in the future, because that was kind of last minute last night as well. I did want to do the topic with the PTSD and fireworks and drones versus fireworks and stuff, which is a really cool topic. And I wanted to get a little of his input on that, because I think he probably knows something about that stuff as well, being a firearms, instructor and professional. He knows everything about that kind of stuff. And he would probably know something about fireworks as well, I would guess. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping to get his input on that. But yeah, the drone and the firework combo thing, I think, is a interesting new way to appreciate celebrations without the big bombing, booming booms and whatnot. But I think it's true. It's never going to go away completely. I think.
No, they canceled all that. That's been canceled down here for years. Because when I first moved to Santa Cruz, there used to be a huge. You guys know that movie, The Lost Boys, right? Yeah. The beginning of the movie, you see the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and you see all that stuff. You see the guy with the saxophone on the beach, all that. They used to have a huge fireworks show there, and when I first moved here, I used to go to that, and then they canceled. They stopped doing all that. I think fireworks are pretty much illegal out here.
Pretty much everywhere in California. There's only a few cities that actually legally allow it, and they have signage everywhere saying it's illegal. But I mean, it was going off all over around my neighborhood, and the police stations, not far from where I live. So they were there. I saw the police zipping around here and there, everywhere, trying to catch and stop people doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Ian, don't forget to message me telling me all about what synthesizer you're using, the one on the bottom. Okay, just message me. I'm interested in that synthesizer.
Wow, very cool.
Okay, Ian.
Ian wants to keep his channel small, and he was happy that someone unsubscribed from him yesterday. So there you go. So not everyone, and that's something that I've made kind of clear too. I'm not really doing this for the money or trying to become, but I think there's certain things that you can do when you get to higher levels, right, Johnny? Like once you hit past 10,000 a couple of years ago, right? Once those guys left, your channel started to grow suddenly, and I wonder why. Anyway, got bigger and better, right? Bigger, better, and more, that. Johnny Bean. Yeah,
8,000.
Yeah, 8,000.
Dude,
yeah,
for years, dude. Let me just say I'm I couldn't be happier, man.
Yeah, and I think what's going to be great, why I want to do that show with you and have a Q&A with you, is to address some of those things, but also just talk about some of the negativity that's out there on the therapy side of, you know, YouTube and music. This could be a great, it's a great platform for a lot of good things, but it's also a great platform for a lot of crap and a lot of bad
The
things.
internet is a platform for a lot
Yeah.
of crap, and that's
just like
the
life.
problem. Is not everybody needs to be on the internet, but the people that are trolling and that are just causing just grief.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are constantly there. They're the ones that shouldn't be there, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and they're the ones that I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding and confusion, and that's one of the things in life that the internet has brought to us that's caused a lot of grief and stress for people. Is there's a lot more to have to sift through, a lot of BS and crap to sift through, you know,
yeah.
and it's tough to really know what is what and what's real and what's not.
Even text
you know.
messaging. You know, you send to somebody a text message and you accidentally have your caps locked, they think you're yelling at them. So there's so much misunderstanding is like the number one thing with the internet.
Yeah.
Right, Janice?
Yeah. So there you go. So Ryan, Janice is she's listening to 3 different things at the same time, John.
She's listening to slander Klepper.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Klepper.
That's true, Ryan. You know.
Right.
So so we'll have Johnny Bean on once the studio's done or whatever. Maybe on a Thursday night we'll do a special report, Q&A with Johnny Bean, Music is Therapy show.
I've watched every single stream of his since February. 5 months, every single stream.
And that guy's live
Kleppers?
like nonstop,
Yeah.
huh?
What?
That guy's always live.
Yeah, no body language.
He's what?
He's always on.
Yeah, every day, maybe sometimes twice.
Oh, don't forget, you guys, Charles 75N's show.
Unannounced. It always on the spur of the moment, and you gotta be there. Like 5 o'clock yesterday morning, I woke up and he was already on for like 10 minutes. So 5 o'clock, I was watching.
Right on.
7 o'clock this morning, I have to wake up and just know that he's going to be on. It's like some sort of telepathy.
Wow, it is.
Yeah.
It probably is. You're like, you know, you're like, you know, connected in the space-time continuum somehow.
Teletherapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, teleport therapy. Ian, this is my Kiesel Vader I named Hoth because it is a diamond white pearl finish and it looks like snow, like icy snow. It's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, you guys, we'll see you guys next time on the Music is Therapy show. Don't forget Johnny's show on Tuesday night. No ASMR tonight. Janice, you doing anything? Putting out something?
Tonight?
Yeah. You just join.
Maybe.
Find Janice in other people's shows where she's joining them. And then we'll see you guys.
I can always go live on YouTube, and I can always go live on Twitch. So, you know, I could do my own thing tonight.
Yeah.
Twitch.
I think Ben Coombs has his sister on for her birthday show, so that's going to be on tonight if you guys want to watch that. Of course, we got Pete Thorne and his show later this afternoon, which is always cool.
I did an hour
watch
the other
Charles's show, rerun of
check
Charles's
me out
show.
for an hour show.
Yeah,
on
man, there's a
Twitch.
lot of stuff to watch if you
2
want to
days
watch it here. And then there's all these other great people. You know, go catch a rerun of Johnny's show. You know, Charles 75's got his show going. I don't even know what happened because I was scrambling to put my show together after Ron.
I was watching one of my shows last night from 7 years ago.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, some of those old shows are pretty wild.
Somebody had posted somewhere about a Van Halen guitar, and I had posted that, oh yeah, I talked about that guitar years ago. And I went and I kind of rewatched some of the videos, me and Nesdal, and I was like, wow, this is a long time ago, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you and Nesdal back in the day, that was pretty cool. At first, I didn't get it. Like, I've talked about this a lot. I'm like, what do these guys do sitting around talking?
It was cool. I think
I didn't get it.
That was the thing, man. I think we should have kept it just me and him. I think we should
Probably
have let people in because that's where the problem started, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
With Nesdal, when it was just me and him, it was cool.
Right?
Right, Janice?
Yeah. Right. I agree.
I think even Jack would agree with that one.
I think even Nesdal would agree with that one. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, maybe you can talk about that during your special report, Johnny Bean on the Music as Therapy show, Q&A with Johnny Bean, everything you want to know and more. Until until then, you guys, be good or be good at it, or both be good and be good at it, and practice at it, and rock on. Have a great rest of your Sunday, long weekend if you had a long weekend. And I'm going to continue my weekend tomorrow into Monday because I didn't really get one. I was working too much. Yeah, have a couple of drinks. Johnny's thirsty right now. I can't wait to get a cold iced coffee. What are you going to get? Are you going to get an iced coffee, or what do you get, one of those cold brews? Do you like those? Because I like those.
I
cold
should
brew.
get. I went to 3 a.m. last night.
Playing what's it called?
No.
With what's his name?
He did play Call of Duty for a couple hours, and then I was up for a couple more hours. Like I said, I rewatched like one of my shows from 7 years ago, and it was cool, man. It sucks that well, I mean, things change.
Yeah, it is her birthday again, Ian. Yeah, no, things do change. Yeah, and change is good a lot of the times, right? All right, until next time, you guys rock on, be good at it, all those things. I used to end the show saying on my other show that the secret to tone is in your mind, but the feel comes from your heart. Put them together with musical instruments and friends, play some music together and rock out, right? I think that's what it's all about. Absolutely. Rock on, man. See you guys later.
Rock on.
How do you do this? Oh, that's the wrong button. That's another way to end it.